Today I'd like to talk about the new Illamasqua collection. It's called Theatre of the Nameless. It's literally my favourite collection they've brought out. I was given 3 products. I absolutely adore all 3 of them, and there's another product which I just can't wait to get my hands on. This comes out on the 8th of September, but it's actually online right now. But globally it will be online from the 8th of September. It's called Theatre of the Nameless, and it's got this very attractive cover which opens out to reveal some of Alex Fox's striking work. There's a green lip gloss, there's some very rusty eyeshadow there. It's all inspired by Weimar, Germany, so 1920s period Germany. Anita Berber, who was a very scandalous actress of the day, who actually died very young, and she was very androgynous. Anyway, I've got a blog post up, so if you're interested in any of these links or the inspiration behind some of the boot girls for the nail polish or that sort of thing, I do cover a bit of that, so do click below. My favourite image is actually this one, which has this green snake mouth. I just think it's really creative. I really like it. In fact, there's a green lip gloss. It's supposedly part of their sheer collection, but it's really very pigmented. It certainly gives that green tint to your lips and makes your lipstick darker. There's quite a few new products. It's quite a broad range, especially for Illamasqua. It feels like it's their biggest collection. There's 4 new nail polishes. The nail polishes are a rubber finish, somewhere between matte and shiny. There's the purple, which is faux pas. There's the cerise, which is called Vice. And there's Taint, which is brown. And then there's Kink, which is bottle green. And if you want to win these, there's actually an ongoing contest, which again you'll find the link in my blog, but it's open till the 4th of September, which is tomorrow, and you can win all of them. So there's 3 new pigments. There's Berber, which is a russet red, which you'll see in many of the images. But the striking thing about it is that it's got flecks of absinthe green in it. It's just shot through with these lime green sparkles, which makes red a lot more wearable, and that's the one which I can't wait to get hold of. Then there's Beguile, which is that white, which is very, very shimmery, but it's so finely milled. It's completely different to MAC pigments, which can sometimes ball up and be just a bit thicker somehow. These are very, very fine pigments, and it almost reminds me of a MAC Reflex pigment if it had a very strong pigment base. It's almost like MAC Reflex Teal, but with more of a white to it, but it's also got some pinky flecks. I'm actually wearing it as a face highlight, and it's really natural. I mean, you can tell there's shimmer, but only when the light hits it. So I'm not sure if you can see on camera, but certainly in person I love the effect. And if you wear it more dense, then you can wear it as an inner corner highlight. I have swatched this on my blog. There's no point really showing it on camera, I don't think. The one thing I don't like about the pigments is the packaging, because my other Illamasqua pigments are a real mess. They just seem to go everywhere already. You can see it's starting to get messy. I've only just had this, and my other pigments are just so messy. It goes all over the lid, even though I have tried to keep the sticker in there. But also you don't get that much product, but the colours are just so unique. Almost like ore pigment, their golden one, but with a white base. It's got that multicoloured flecks to it, certainly green and a bit of pink, but definitely a green tint, which you certainly notice when the light hits. It's really unusual. The pure pigments are £15.50 and the nail polishes are £13. Next up, there are 2 new pigments, and I'm actually wearing one of them, which is called Depravity. I'm wearing it on my lips, on my cheeks and on my eyes. It's the same exact colour as my dress, so I'll show you that quickly as well. I absolutely adore this. It's literally my favourite purple. Purple is my favourite colour. This particular purple is just the absolute best of all of the purples out there, if you ask me. And this is really pigmented. You literally just touch your finger in it and you get the exact colour payoff. So I'll put some more on my eyes because they have faded. I noticed it fades throughout the day, but it fades to a very lovely pink. So I'll just make that a bit bolder. Yeah, you really don't need much, and hopefully you can see it's literally this colour, so hopefully that will help. But yeah, very striking, lovely shade, which works so well on lips and on cheeks and on eyes, so this is my new favourite, I would say. So I really recommend that, Depravity, and these are £17 for the pigment. The next thing I got is another lovely item. It's the Precision Ink, the new one, which is in an aubergine shade, and again I've swatched this on my blog. If you've been familiar with Precision Inks, they're sort of fine-tipped nib, and they last a really long time. You can get a thick or a thin line, and I like this because it's dark enough to give real definition, but you can tell that it's a sort of purple, so it's a bit different. Again, swatches will be on my blog, which will hopefully be a lot better than this, and it comes off very easily as well. Liquid liners can be an absolute pain to remove, but this one removes quite easily, and yet it does have a very long wearing formula. Precision Ink is £17 as well. And next up there's a lipstick which is £15.50. I didn't really swatch it because I don't wear dark shades, but it's a very dark purple matte. So hopefully you can see that. You'll probably be able to see it in images. There are some really fantastic images here, by the way. As always, Alex Box has truly delivered. There's some which really remind me of Art Deco. This outline, I think it's really very 1920s, but with a good twist to it. And that's the centerpiece. I think that one is probably using this Control lipstick. There are two pairs of false eyelashes. There's one which is black, which I think is actually the ones in that image, if that will show up. And those are called Grandeur, and the other ones are limited edition, and they're called Weimar, which you might be able to see in this image. They're black and quite long, but the tips are auburn red, and they really seem to almost glow in the light. They're just really striking. They're handmade, they're £16, and Weimar, there's only 500 of those, so they're limited edition, but that's the only limited edition in the collection. There's new blushes, and those are two shimmer blushes, and one of them is called Ambition. It's a very, very shimmery neutral, and the other one is called Morale, and it's like Nars Sin or Sleek Granite, I think it is, the purpley mauvey shade. And that Morale was a really nice colour, I think. Those are £16.50, and then there are three new lip glosses. Lip glosses are £13. There's a brownie pink one, which is like hollow pigment but in liquid form. There's a green one, which I mentioned earlier, which is supposedly sheer, but I think you can definitely tell it's green, but it is surprisingly wearable. And then there's a web exclusive, which is a lovely, quite bright pink, called Belladonna, so that's online exclusive. I hope that gave you a flavour of it. I absolutely adore the collection. I would recommend all the three products which I got. I really just think they're brilliant. I couldn't have chosen better myself. And also Berber, the red pigments. Let me know what you think if you check it out, but I hope that helped. And thanks very much. All the best. Bye.